How could looking at yourself in a bathing suit in the mirror help you to stop your chronic pain? You'd be surprised. There are 6 points I've learned to use when I'm looking at a client's posture to help analyze where they need postural balance. These 6 points I use with everyone. The midline is important because it gives you points to compare like GPS units. They mark and help me to quickly spot postural misalignments in clients' bodies. They quicken my ability to help others. I have found that paying attention to these spots helps me to help almost 100% of the clients I work with. If you pay attention to and work with these 6 spots almost guarantee you will find relief from every type of chronic pain. Okay, you ready? Here are the 6 points. They're not complicated. They're simple. 1 point is around your hip region. If you know where your belly button is, if you put your finger on your belly button and then went 1 inch below, that's where point 1 is. The second point is about 2 inches above your belly button. The third point is located 1 inch south of your sternum, here, where your breastbone. So it's kind of your solar plexus. The center of your chest is the fourth point, and your throat, or your neck area, that's the 5th. And then you have your forehead. This is the 6th point. Now, there are these 6 points, and these 6 points act as a reference. They act as reference points you can use to look at the front or the back part of the body. The reference makes your work as a body worker or healer much more effective because then you have all these different points to compare the overall movement of the posture. So these 6 points act in relation to one another. So see for yourself. Try this experiment. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Stand in front of a mirror at home or wherever you have access to a mirror, comfortable one. Stand in front of the mirror with your bathing suit on. And while you're looking at the mirror, try looking at 2 or 3 of those points that I mentioned earlier. And try to relate these points to one another simultaneously. So an example would be to look into the mirror at these points on, let's say, your throat, your chest, and the part of your stomach just below your breastbone or your sternum, your solar plexus. And let's say when you look in the mirror, you can see these 3 points out of alignment. Well, you could accurately guess with a high degree of probability that you're going to have some chronic pain. And one of the best actions you can take to help yourself would be to figure out how to align those 3 points if they were off on you. So here are a few helpful hints to help you align those 6 vectors or GPS points on your body. Look, reduce your own chronic pain. Learn how to heal yourself. Decrease your stress and fatigue. And you can do this by aligning these 6 vectors in your body. An important point should be made here, okay? So I'm going to be really candid. Aligning these 6 vectors will not remove all of your pain. Not the last 20%. However, okay, it'll help you to remove and align. Well, if you align these 6 vectors, it'll go a long way to removing 80% of the pain you experience each day, each week, each month. So if you're experiencing pain on a daily basis, then you're stressing your body out, plain and simple. So if you experience pain in your lower back, your shoulder, your neck each day, your body is losing resources. Your body has to cope with the pain. Your body has to cope with the pain. And that it costs you resources, nutrients, energy, tension. Without chronic pain, you'll feel lighter more often. That sounds nice, right? Wouldn't you like to feel lighter more often? Here are a couple of resources to begin your journey. You could buy a great book called The Supple Leopard. You could hire a trainer who has healed his own chronic injuries. I had 11 major surgeries within a 5-year time frame. My surgeries taught me how to become intuitive to the needs of an individual. So if you buy the book A Supple Leopard, or a book on how to perform acupressure to yourself, or hire a trainer or physical therapist who has had a history of healing injuries in themselves, that trainer would probably have the ability to design a program for you to be able to do it on your own. So if I were you, here's what I would do. That's who I'd want to work with. I'd hire the person who has real experience healing themselves. You want to work with a trainer who can create a program for you that will build your structure. I can give you a program that will not only build your structure, but will build your momentum. Now back to the reference of chronic pain in the midline, just for a second. If you stand in front of a mirror and you compare these 6 points, again, point 1 is around your hip region. If you know where your belly button is, if you put your finger on your belly button, then you went 1 inch below your belly button, then that would be point number 1. You would have been, then went 1 inch above your belly button. Then you would have point 2. So again, if you put your finger on your belly button, and then you went 1 inch below your belly button, then you would be on point 1. The second point is around 2 inches above your belly button. The third point is located 1 inch south of your sternum. We'll just call that your solar plexus. The center of your chest is your 4th point. Your throat of your neck is your 5th point. And you have your forehead, which is your 6th point. If these 6 points are off, skewed, turned, you're going to be causing yourself pain because your body is going to be drained from adapting whenever you're standing upright. Life is too short to need to walk around in pain and discomfort every day of your life. We're tired all the time. I think it's time to make the transition out of chronic pain for you. So use these 6 midline points to start to analyze your own body. If you combine these 6 points with a book like Supple Leopard, or you hire a trainer, physical therapist, or body worker, it's simple. Well, you're going to need all of those people, really, because you're going to need a program to do on your own. You're going to need to know how to strengthen your body. You're going to need to know how to do trigger points on your own. And you will probably also need a body worker. Look, you'll certainly need an exercise program. That is without a doubt. And you're going to need all of those things, really. And you're going to need those parts, those things to change over time. Because as your body changes, you're going to need new programming. If you don't have new programming, then your body is going to get worse over time. And that is why surgeries and trainers have become so popular. And different training modalities like yoga. Because when your body is in a relaxed state of euphoria, you might say, I feel great, I feel euphoric at that moment. After you feel that intervention, after that intervention is passed, you might feel bad again. You become mentally stressed out because you're trying to reconcile these 2 points. How can I go from feeling great 1 minute and terrible the next? How do I get it to last? How do I feel comfortable more often and stop feeling terrible more often? Well, that is what happens. If I were you, what I would do is I would use the 6 midline points as points of reference to begin. I would stand in front of a mirror and begin comparing. Look, if you're not local to Baltimore and cannot hire my services, then I would hire someone near you. But if you want, I would contact me. My email address is dominicsessa@gmail.com. My website is www.dominicsessa.com. Look, a little effort concentrated in one direction, you can achieve your vision. You just need to have it channeled. You need to work with an engineer who's used to building bodies. So contact me, email me, go to my website for some free resources, and stay tuned to more videos coming your way. Thanks. Have a great day.